Klein Alley Show. Get to your ADD news in a moment, but as we mentioned right before we went to that last break, it turns out while we were away, our buddy Pantyhose Greg got arrested for something. We don't even know what he was arrested for, but he did leave us this.
When I was arrested, and the policeman put me in the back of the squad car, SUV vehicle, Klein and Alley were on, so we're driving down the street to the, local jail, and we're listening to Klein and Alley, and I should have said, hey, it's Pantyhose Greg back here.
I don't think that would have helped get him out of trouble.
I do. If they're a Klein Alley Show listener, they know Pantyhose Greg.
Just on in the back of the car, but still, I don't know what he did. He has not returned our calls, but he did leave us a message that said he may not be on the show for a while because he was arrested. So I assume he's out now. But
yeah, if he's calling, I would assume he is out, or he used the goat line as his one.
This one call. What a waste of a call. Call and leave this funny anecdote on the goat line about the cop who was listening to KROQ.
Good.
All right, Vanessa, try to track him down. I'd love to find out what he got arrested for. I mean, I assume it's got to be indecent exposure or something, right? Or public drunkenness.
No, he wouldn't do that.
He walks around in sheer sugarloaf pantyhose or whatever.
That's not exposure. He's just wearing pantyhose.
But if he's not wearing anything on top of them, then that is exposure, right?
No, I don't think so. Technically, they're pants.
No, stop it.
They're just sheer.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Still 100% free and priced accordingly.
So I know the eclipse is the big space event that everyone's getting excited about, but something happened in our skies last night, and if you saw it, I think you deserve potentially more bragging rights than the eclipse people.
I saw it.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I was at a softball game last night, and I saw it. It was cool.
But, okay, because most of the calls came in about it at like 2 in the morning. So what time was it when you saw it?
Oh, you know what? I'm talking about something else. The SpaceX rocket launched last night. You're talking about
I'm talking about the crazy light streak that happened.
Right, yeah, that was later. I did not see that.
Okay.
Aren't those related, though?
So here's what happened. There were some crazy lights that were streaking through the sky. It kind of looked like it could have been a meteor shower, maybe a bunch of space debris, which is one theory, a crap load of shooting stars at once, maybe aliens. There were all these calls coming in from many different counties, San Bernardino, Ventura, Burbank, Ontario. Everyone was like, what the hell is this? And yes, there was a space launch, a SpaceX launch that happened at 7:30 last night. But all these sightings happened at like 2 in the morning, and I feel like that timeline doesn't check out.
Well, I will say the one thing that I noticed about, because a couple of weeks ago when I hit that girl with the softball, there was also another rocket that launched with SpaceX, right? This one had chemtrails, but it also had like shiny debris behind it that I noticed. It was really weird. It wasn't the same kind of chemtrail. Yeah, there was like definitely some debris that was burning up in the atmosphere.
It's too bad that girl you hit with the softball will never see any of this because she's lost her eyesight forever.
She's seeing her own stars.
Yeah,
inside.
forever. Every day is a launch.
All right, here's the newest thing that's killing the planet. It's not Klein's dryer. It's not plastic straws. It's something that we have been told to do over and over again. And now environmentalists have told us to do this, but now they're saying not to.
Fake grass?
No, planting trees.
We planted too many trees.
You may.
Come on.
How is that possible?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, because
you
might
kidding?
be saying this is absurd. What's going on? Because they told us to keep planting trees, and at first we were chopping them all down to make paper. Then we started going paperless and planting trees. Thought we were all good. Not the case. Apparently, if you plant trees in the wrong place, it can actually heat up the planet and contribute to global warming.
Oh, get out of here.
So, because if there's not enough light reflecting off of the Earth, then, well, hold on. Let me just read this verbatim.
Oh, she doesn't
I don't
know what she's saying.
I'm talking
Of
about.
course. Once again.
No.
Fake news.
If you don't plant them in the right places, this is from the experts, it could actually raise the temperature of the planet and contribute to global warming because more trees means less sunlight is reflected back from the Earth's surface. So more heat is absorbed by the planet, and then it'll heat up the planet, and that's bad.
In all those companies that say for every time you buy a blah, 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 we'll plant a tree.
Yeah.
You're actually doing more.
BS.
Or they're just doing more harm for the planet than not.
Yeah, and so they put out an interactive map of where you can plant trees.
Forget it.
So just don't plant them anymore,
Yeah, you're
I
effed
guess.
either way. You plant them, you don't plant them.
We went to some event there's like a fire station right down the street from us, and they were just handing out trees.
What was the
like,
event called? A baby drop-off?
No.
That's where Allie goes. That's it.
A lot of babies were there, but it was a family event.
Right.
Okay.
Cars
and
just hightailing it out of there.
The firefighters were handing out little baby oak trees, and they were
Right.
giving them to everybody. And I took one, and because I felt like I had to, because it's like, oh, do something good for the planet. Here's an oak tree, and now I'm growing this oak tree.
Yeah,
and then
you're
they're
killing the
like,
planet.
and when it gets big enough, you can plant it somewhere. And now I'm like, what the hell do I do?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
I'm gonna kill somebody if I
You're going to
plant
have to take
this
it
thing.
down. Rip it out, Allie. Rip it
Just
right out of
burn
the
it.
ground. Burn it.
And sadly, nobody won the lottery last night, which means it's another 2 days of news reporters going to the liquor stores, asking people what they're going to do with their money. 2 more days of telling us how much more likely you are to get eaten by a shark or struck by lightning. 2 more days of jokes about how you might not see them tomorrow if they win. And the jackpot is up to $1.1 billion now, which is a $573 million cash value.
I saw $1.09 billion.
Yeah, that's pretty much
1.1.
1.1. Yeah.
That's so much money I can't even figure out. When they show me the number, I go like, I don't even know what that is anymore. It's just a reset back to nothing.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so excited.
$573 million
I felt
when
like
you take it home is really not that
I
much.
forgot to buy the tickets yesterday because it just feels like every day now there's another drawing.
And you feel like you won.
Yeah, by me not buying and no one winning, I feel like I kind of won. Like this is the feeling I would imagine it feels like to win the lottery.
And there's I think 99% chance of that happening for you.
Probably. Let's get into a brand new hour of the show right now.
Klein Alley Show.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know that y'all give me eargasms every time I listen to you. Oh, baby.
Dong dong, sweet divots, rock them penny lines. Am I right? That's like my favorite one.
On Audacity's Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Fresh out of being arrested, Allie, Pantyhose Greg is on our phones.
Great.
As we get into a new hour of the show, good morning, and how goes it? I'm Klein. There's Allie right there.
Morning.
You got DJ Omar Khan, Jake's a nerd.
What's up?
He's going to be missing a few days of work to go drive around and look at the eclipse.
Or just clouds.
There's Vanessa back there. She's all chotched up. Chachi. You got Postmaster Johnny taking your calls, 800-520-1067. Hey, Greg, Pantyhose Greg.
Hello.
What'd you get? Before you tell us what you got arrested for, I'd love to gamble on this a little bit. You're free now? You're a free man?
Oh, yeah. It was, I sat in a cell for 3 hours. I thought it was like 2, and I didn't want to sleep or anything. It was really gross, and like there was a toilet but no toilet paper, and then of course it was an aluminum toilet or whatever. It was just really off steel. But yeah, no, it was really stupid. I'll tell you what happened, and then there's a good ending.
All right, hold on.
I have more questions about the toilet.
Yeah, I want to know more about the material of the toilet. Is it steel or aluminum? Get it straight. We need to know.
Steel, dude. I meant steel.
But when you got arrested, we just heard your message. You were in the back of the cop car and the cop had on our show.
Yeah.
And you didn't say, I'm Pantyhose Greg. You may know me from this show. Why would you not do that?
But I cooperated, and he was thankful. You know, everything was cool.
All right, Allie,
It
what
had
do you
nothing to do with any intoxication. I was sober.
Before I
hadn't
put
been
in my
smoking for a
guess,
few days.
Pantyhose Greg, is Klein right that wearing pantyhose and nothing but pantyhose is considered an indecent exposure?
Yeah, because it's sheer and you can see everything.
Yeah,
It's just
so
not
that's what
appropriate.
I think he got
Kendall
it.
Jenner does it, but she has something right there. You know, I don't know what it is. They're all black tights.
I'm going to say it was an indecent exposure thing because the guy likes to walk around wearing pantyhose, and that's what But I think someone saw, and maybe he was wearing the skin-colored ones, and they thought he was naked, and they called the cops. That's what I think. If he was only locked up for 3 hours, I mean, he says he was sober, which is crazy. What's your
Okay.
guess?
I
Don't
think
answer yet.
I think it's going to be like petty theft.
Oh, he stole something?
Yeah, but I think he was buying stuff and then he gave himself a pack of free gum or something small and got caught.
Oopsies for Pantyhose Greg. Omar, got a guess here? What was he arrested for?
I think Greg's a pretty decent guy. I think he was involved in some sort of melee, and he was trying to break it up, and the cops, were just detaining him to kind of investigate everything.
That's a good guess right there.
That
Yeah, I
is.
can
I
see
like
that. He
that.
seems like a pacifist, but maybe he got in the middle of it. Jake the nerd, got a guess? What was Pantyhose Greg arrested for?
Oh, I actually know, so I can't guess.
What do you mean you know?
I know that if you went through all the goat lines I downloaded, you would know too.
I did not hear it. All I heard was a story about the cop listening to the show. I didn't know there's more on the go line about this.
Yeah, there is.
All right, Pantyhose Greg, give us what were you arrested for? Now I'm intrigued. I'm curious.
Okay, well, here's the short story. I was in there one morning, and a cop asked me to come outside to talk with him. I said, okay, well, what's up? And then he told me that, did you leave some type of notice on the bulletin board? And I said, yeah, isn't it a community board?
Oh,
and he
my
says, well,
God.
they didn't like that, and they don't want you to come back, and if you do, you'll be arrested, right?
Wait.
So-
Where were you? Starbucks?
Yeah. What? Okay, so now we're not going to talk about that.
Hold on.
No, you just said I was in there. Where were you?
Where were you? A coffee shop? What were you inside
Yeah,
of?
that place.
Starbucks.
I'm not going to say. Yeah.
Why aren't you going to say?
Because, dude, if I was like somebody who had power or money or like was famous, you don't arrest somebody at Starbucks for trespassing. That's so stupid.
But Pantyhose Greg,
you're not.
What did you put on the community bulletin board?
Just like, advertising a massage, but it wasn't even my name.
Oh, wait a minute.
It wasn't my name or
Why
my
did
number.
we
It's
not
like a
guess
joke.
that?
Oh, man, it's so obvious. Wait a minute. You advertised an erotic massage that you would offer?
No. It had not really. No, it didn't say erotic.
Do you have
It didn't say erotic, but that's what you meant.
Well, was this handwritten, or do you have like business cards from
Handwritten.
Vistaprint?
It was handwritten on what? A napkin?
No, just like a little, those little pads, those little small pads,
Post-it
lines.
note. A post-it note?
You tear it off, and it has a little ringlets.
Right,
and it makes that little piece of paper. You gotta...
So what did you write on this thing that you put on the community bulletin board at a Starbucks?
Anyways, listen, let me tell you.
No.
Wait, I wanted. What did the note say exactly?
What did the note say? I feel like I'm on Starbucks' side here.
I don't even want to go there because guess what happened, you guys? I went to the court date and they dropped it. It's done. They said don't go there, don't call them, nothing, and it's done. I'm not going to be on my record, nothing. I'm really grateful.
So how did the arrest come about? They just went up to you and said, if you come back here, you're arrested? Or did you go back?
I came back 5 months later, and I said, am I cool to be here after what happened? And they go, yeah, don't worry about it. And I came back a couple other times, and one morning I went in there. I used the facilities, and I came out, and there were 3 cops standing there. And the one cop just kind of gathered my hands behind my back after they were questioning me.
No,
but Greg,
nothing bad's ever happened in a Starbucks bathroom.
Greg,
you know that,
I get all this, and this is. I'm glad you got out.
And
No
I was
trouble.
not wearing my pantyhose.
Right, but Greg.
Yeah.
But what did your note say that you put on the bulletin board originally? You said you were offering massage services with a phone number?
Yeah, like that.
I respect Pantyhose Greg for not just going to Craigslist like any old creep.
I mean,
he went to the Starbucks bulletin board, which I didn't even know they had.
Yeah, I see these bulletin boards at Starbucks, and I always think to myself, who's putting on it? And it's always like a toy drive or a...
I didn't even think they had them anymore.
Buy a bag of coffee for a soldier, and then written on a little piece of ripped up paper is, get a massage from Pantyhose Greg. Is there a price attached to that, or just your phone number?
No, come on, dude. I'm not doing none of that. I just think somebody overreacted.
What do you mean?
There. They never.
What?
I don't understand.
You are doing that. You wrote a note saying you're going to do that.
Pantyhose Greg.
What?
Oh, maybe we're
That's
not.
what we're saying.
Well,
Man, his defense really worked.
Yeah.
They're like, just drop it.
the judge is right here. You put a note on a bulletin board at Starbucks offering up your services to give a massage to someone, correct?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I didn't think. What's wrong with that?
Are you a licensed masseur?
Yeah, let's not. You guys are just like, what? I thought we were all friends.
We are
What's up?
friends.
I'm just
We're
trying
just trying to get to the bottom of this.
I just
I
want to
know,
hear.
but could I get in trouble for talking about this?
No,
No,
It's been
you
dropped.
Yeah, it's been dropped.
Yeah. Well, it's got like a diversion for 6 months. So that's why they said avoid going there for 6 months. Don't call them. And then you come back for the court date. And as long as you've obeyed the law, and hopefully I'm not breaking it by talking to you guys.
And let me ask you this. Is this all Starbucks locations or just that particular
No,
one?
just that one. Because I still
That's the
go out.
greatest.
Free ice
That's the
water. I'm
greatest
drinking
place to be kicked out of because you could just walk 3 feet and you'd be at another
I know.
one. I mean,
I'm
it's like,
surprised you even went back to that one in the first place.
all right.
Well, I thought everything was cool and it's local. It's like 2 blocks away.
All right.
And then
That's Pantyhose Greg. We got to start the song now, but it was good. I'm glad you're a free man, okay?
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.